and Facebook, I'm out here. I'm about to disrupt this parade. Black people are still being murdered by cops and disproportionately oppressed by this country. And I think this is no time to be celebrating any form of patriotism when we don't have our freedoms. We don't have the freedoms to protest. We don't have the black people don't have the freedom to live. So I'm here in Niles to disrupt this protest and let them know that black lives still matter. Black lives matter. Jayland Walker, Black Lives Matter. Robert Gadsden, Black Lives Matter. Miguel Estrella, Black Lives Matter. Charles Henry Cahoon, Black Lives Matter. Nicholas Conklin, Black Lives Matter. Rodney K. Robinson II, Black Lives Matter. Irvin D. Moore Charlie, Black Lives Matter. James J. Emery, Black Lives Matter. Malcolm Stanton, Black Lives Matter. Dominique Thomas, Black Lives Matter. Kevin Johnson, Black Lives Matter. Alonzo Carter, Black Lives Matter. Quintrice McAllister, Black Lives Matter. Tyria Pryor, Black Lives Matter. Antoine Leonard Cooper, Black Lives Matter. Osmond Brown, Black Lives Matter. Joshua Dismuke, Black Lives Matter. I'm on public property.
You gotta move from here. This is the parade.
Alberto Rascos, Black Lives Matter. Don't touch me.
You gotta move from here. You gotta move from here.
Takori Shaw, Black Lives Matter. Give me that sign.
You motherfucker.
Give me the sign. Black Lives Matter. Give me my sign, please.
Go away.
Give me my sign.
Go away from here. We don't need you here.
What's your name and badge number?
Go away from here.
Andy Swarco. This is a treatment. Charian Lockett, Black Lives Matter. Robert Langley, Black Lives Matter. Amir Locke, Black Lives Matter. Terrell Russell, Black Lives Matter. Isaiah Payne, Black Lives Matter. John Hunt, Black Lives Matter. Equan Hobson, Black Lives Matter. Bobby Lee Sutton, Black Lives Matter. Christopher Chris Jones, Black Lives Matter. Tyron Coates, Black Lives Matter. LaShawn McNeil, Black Lives Matter. Nathan Humphrey, Black Lives Matter. Junie Williams, Black Lives Matter. James Williams, Black Lives Matter. Rashawn Jones, Black Lives Matter. Orlando Taylor III, Black Lives Matter.
From here. This is the parade.
Jason Walker, Black Lives Matter.
It's not time for this here.
What today of Independence Day of all times, my freedoms. Are you suppressing my freedoms?
Go fuck yourself, you fucking freedom, you know?
What?
You just, what you doing? You see what you're doing?
Andy Schwierwarski.
So what? You can recall.
Sir, team member of police department.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
Osmond Sese, Black Lives Matter. Thelonious McKnight, Black Lives Matter. Dwayne McDonald, Black Lives Matter. James Laurie, Black Lives Matter. Benny Antonio Hood, Black Lives Matter. Koku Christopher Fiafu, Black Lives Matter. Jesse Lee Gaither, Black Lives Matter. Udis Pierre, Black Lives Matter. Nikita Williams, Black Lives Matter. Eric Levon Nelson, Black Lives Matter. Josh H. Taylor, Black Lives Matter. William Gardner, Black Lives Matter. Emmanuel Aman Moreno, Black Lives Matter. Christopher Starowski, Black Lives Matter. Terrence Caffey, Black Lives Matter. Donta R. Stewart, Black Lives Matter. Quadri Sanders, Black Lives Matter. Alahi So, Black Lives Matter. Edward Allen Gatling, Black Lives Matter. Billy Gilbert Bizzell, Black Lives Matter. Jabari Musgrove, Black Lives Matter. Anthony Harden, Black Lives Matter. Jabari Farafio Asante Chioke, Black Lives Matter. Chucky Nathaniel Bowden, Black Lives Matter. Robert Ficosa, Black Lives Matter. Sylvester Tart, Black Lives Matter. Stephen Thomas, Black Lives Matter. Marcus Mann, Black Lives Matter.
Who are all these people?
These are all people killed by cops in 2022. So there was 286 black people killed this year. Last year, in total, there was 1,145. 3 people a day are getting killed by cops. That's what their names I'm saying. Thank you for asking. Leonard Cooper, Black Lives Matter. Osmond Brown, Black Lives Matter. Darian Quinlan Bryant, Black Lives Matter. Ja'Cory Shaw, Black Lives Matter. Keelan Rashad Cannell, Black Lives Matter. Lawrence LeJame Rogers, Black Lives Matter. Tracy Gaeta, Black Lives Matter.
Hey, you a white
Daniel Patrick Knight, Black Lives Matter.
Are you a white trash out of the
Donna Rochester,
You're an asshole.
Black Lives Matter.
You're an asshole.
Daniel Patrick Knight, Black Lives Matter.
They killed 600.
Donnell Rochester, Black Lives Matter.
You really want to spoil this?
Atiba Lewis, Black Lives Matter.
Listen,
Terrell Russell, Black Lives Matter.
how about white lives?
Jaden Charian Lockett, Black Lives Matter.
The south side, they'll kick your ass.
Amir,
They'll kick your
I'm
ass.
being attacked.
They'll kick your ass on the south side and the west side. You know that?
Azia Lockett, Black Lives Matter.
Not hurt anyone.
John Hunt, Black Lives Matter.
How much you paying?
Equan Hobson, Black Lives Matter.
$1 an hour for this?
Bobby Lee Sutton, Black Lives Matter.
Fuck him.
Christopher Chris Jones, Black Lives Matter.
Fuck him.
Tyrion Coates, Black Lives Matter. LaShawn McNeil, Black Lives Matter.
White trash like
Nathan Humphrey, Black Lives Matter.
Hey, you married to a black one?
Junie Williams, Black Lives Matter.
You get a good blowjob? Huh? The butt up, you got a black one? Yeah. You're a piece of shit. You don't even know what the city of Chicago with blacks is like. They used to be good in the 50s, and now the fucking trash came from the south. That's why they put all the projects over here on Halsted Division. Or across the south park.
And Anthony Oliver, Black Lives Matter. Jabari Musgrove, Black Lives Matter. Anthony Oliver, Black Lives Matter. Devin Edward Hall, Black Lives Matter. Lionel Womack, Black Lives Matter. Anthony Harden, Black Lives Matter. Jabari Farafio Asante Chioke, Black Lives Matter. Chucky Nathaniel Bowden, Black Lives Matter. Robert Ficosa, Black Lives Matter. Sylvester Tart, Black Lives Matter. Stephen Thomas, Black Lives Matter. These are the names of 286 black men who have been murdered by police in this country in 2022. 3 people a day are murdered by police in this country. 3 people a day. In 2021, 1,145 people were murdered by police officers in this country. Every day, nearly every day in this country, people are murdered by police. Jayland Walker was shot 60 times by police officers just a few days ago, prior to the Independence Day weekend. 90 shots in total were fired upon Jayland Walker. 60 entered his brittle body, and afterwards, thank you so much. And afterwards, they handcuffed his corpse. Robert Gadsden, Black Lives Matter.
Listen.
Miguel Estrella, Black Lives Matter.
Stop for 1 second.
Charles Henry Calhoun,
Okay.
Black Lives Matter.
Listen. Mr. Sullivan, we need you. Let the people enjoy the parade.
I'm exercising my First Amendment rights. Thank you.
You're 100%.
Joshua Bismuth, Black Lives Matter. Osmond Brown, Black Lives Matter.
I want you to understand.
Demarion McGee, Black Lives Matter.
Is you're disturbing.
Alberto Riascos, Black Lives Matter.
So what's ultimately going to happen?
Stephen Canon Wilson, Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Darian Quinlan Bryant, Black Lives Matter. Ja'Cory, don't touch me, please. Ja'Cory Shaw, Black Lives Matter. Lawrence LeJaime Rogers, Black Lives Matter. Tracy Gaeta, Black Lives Matter. Daniel Patrick Knight, Black Lives Matter. Atiba Lewis, Black Lives Matter. Terrell Russell, Black Lives Matter. Jaden Prunty, Black Lives Matter. Terrian Lockett, Black Lives Matter. Robert Langley, Black Lives Matter. John Hunt, Black Lives Matter. Equan Thompson, Black Lives Matter. Bobby Lee Sutton, Black Lives Matter. Christopher Chris Jones, Black Lives Matter. Tyron Coates, Black Lives Matter. LaShawn McNeil, Black Lives Matter. Nathan Humphrey, Black Lives Matter. Tyron Coates, Black Lives Matter. LaShawn McNeil, Black Lives Matter. Nathan Humphrey, Black Lives Matter. Junie Williams, Black Lives Matter. The police are majorly harassing a lot of residents. All right. So my broadcast stopped at some point because of reasons. I just got an All Lives Matter thrown at me. I heard All Lives Matter a lot today. Alright, I think it's still recording, right? So let me break this down a little bit.